Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler. I am live in San Francisco, California, and I come to you from nerdrotic.com, and it is the very late but timely Nerdrotic Nooner. How are you? And I can pull the excuse that a wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to, but stuff gets in the way. Stuff gets in the way, so I apologize, but it's happening. And God, there's a few things to talk about, but this is going to be a pretty much open chat, kind of a slow news day. I haven't had a ton of time to look over things. Did get some very good news. Saw a video today that I would like to address later on. I don't want to start off with the bad news, but it was in my Twitter feed and somebody shared it with me, and I will give you credit once I remember. I'm sorry, but it's from a YouTube channel called Trexpert. And the video is called The Rise of Toxic Fandom. It's not new. It's not a new topic. And I definitely want to address it. It's got some good points, but it really, really broadly generalizes everything, which is their argument, which was kind of weird. But, that's not what I want to start out with today. I want to get some people in here. And I want to thank, I see Belinda. What's up, Belinda? Because I totally saw your tweet with Tom Jane, and that's what I wanted to share about. I was looking everywhere for everywhere. Okay, 10 minutes in my car while I was waiting for my sponsor, who was an hour late today. I love you, man, but come on. So I was looking for Dragon Con videos to see if we got any news, and I didn't see any, full-length videos. I will check for some later. If something big does come out, I'll let you know. But, this was assumed, but it is good that it is verified. It is confirmed that Tom Jane will be returning for the Expanse Season 4, which I don't know how they could have done Season 4 without Tom Jane coming back, but weirder things have happened. We're not going to get back some of the characters who are in the books. I might be getting in a little bit of spoiler territory. I'll try to avoid it as much as I can. We'll just say there's some characters that have been in previous books that were in Season 1 that are supposed to return for Season 2. And one of them for sure is not, because that person has his own series right now, which is too bad because I really liked him. So I'll get to the chat here. How are you, everybody? Okay, so we've got, wow, Silver Spike, Dakota Stanton, Mary Ashmead, Viking Bitch. I saw Belinda. Hi, Belinda. It's good to see you. Gravlane, how are you? Did I miss a super chat? We got a super chat. All right. Holy crap. Movie Fanobi, $4.99. Accept my small pittance and large praise for missing Sunday. I really wanted to be there and test my webcam. Mom over. Sis was crazy. I grilled. Love you, Gary. Hey, family first, Movie Fanobi. Family first. Absolutely. That is cool. Thank you for the $4.99. You were missed on Sunday for our Patreon. And if you join our Patreon, we have a bi-weekly hangout, which is going to turn into a Discord thing, and it's probably going to turn into a weekly thing. I really enjoy those. I had a great talk with everybody. Yes, it is late in Europe. A Pen Farm Girl is here. Tommelfinger, hello. Well, get up an hour before I went to bed, but if you try and tell kids nowadays, they just won't believe you. I don't know what that means, but you're right. Kids, my kids are at the age where they used to believe everything I said, and now they doubt everything I say, which is pretty much good. That's how I taught them. Question authority, lads. Even myself. Yes, Belinda, we love your blue shouty face. And yes, that was the inspiration for the thumbnail for our single most watched video with currently 60,000 views, which is crazy for this channel. Slurmy Scott is here. What's up? Tim F, how's it going? Third door from the left. Happy Labor Day. How are you? The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. Beard Guy. Have a small pittance. £2 is not a small pittance. That's more than $2 here in Merca. It's a spin on the Monty Python sketch. Yes. Ah, ah, ah. And Mecha Random 42 is lurking. Yes. I do quite a bit of that myself. I lurk at work. That's a hashtag now, right? Lurking at work or lurk at work. Expanse talk. Yes. I wish there was more. Okay. So what I saw from Dragon Con is they all looked super happy. I've been to many cons, and I've been to many panels, and usually it's very dry, and it's not anybody's fault. It can be a bit, you can, just because there's actors out there and they've done performing, maybe not all of them have performed on a stage, and they don't get that instant gratification that like a rock star gets, or if you're working a play. So sometimes they go to con and they are shocked that there's 5,000-6,000 people crammed in a room, screaming their name when they played, a B-list or C-list character on a science fiction series. So it does rock their world a little bit, and they get a little nervous. What I noticed from the Dragon Con panel with Cass Anvar and the rest, and Dominic Tipper, is they all looked really happy. And of course they should be. Their series not only got picked up by a better network, it's got more money, and it also brought out the Expanse love, which was always there, but it was good that it was brought out to the public so all the normies can see. And we're going to get so many new Expanse fans out of this, which is the best possible outcome for everybody. Like everything worked out for the best, to be honest with you. So, and going into we're going into book 4, which is budget wise going to cost them a lot of money, and I can't wait to see it. A lot of people don't like book 4. I kind of do. And I think there's a great series in there. I think if you trim some of the fat, it'll be fantastic. Hi, everyone. Got the stream on the background while I catch up on some things. Hey, I live to be background noise. Mecha Random. That's what my wife calls me. Hey. Now we got normie Expanse love. Love is love. Love is love. Viking bitch, you're right. I don't say normie is a derogatory term at all. It's just something I'm not. But normies make the world go around. They are the ones who buy everything. They're the ones who make movies make $1 billion. It's not us hardcore fans. We're going to show up anyway. We are the minority, so we need the normies. We need the normies to be on our side, to love all things Expanse. And the Expanse, part of that video from later is really what I want to address, that some of the fandom feels like, oh, we're the real fans and you're not real fans. No. I love new nerds. I love new fans. Sure, there are posers. There are posers and everything. I don't really get on that train a little bit. I love when we get new people in and we share the experience. I love sharing the experience of like, check out the Expanse. Turning on people to Expanse is like a no-brainer. I have not had one person come back to me and go, it kind of sucked. Not once. Not once. And the same with like Counterpart. I love turning people on to Counterpart. If you haven't seen that show, whoa, that is a good show. So there is so much good out there. We really don't need. We don't need to like. Of course, I'm gonna get on STD a little bit from time to time. But what we mostly do here at this channel is try to show you the alternatives, try to show you the good stuff, highlight the good stuff. It's not great for clicks all the time. I don't care. I don't really care. I'm here for the long haul. I'm not in here for the short game. So, we got a super chat here. The mass love from both fans and cast is super weird, but highly effective for saving the show, says Dakota Stanton. Yes. Feisty Fan's in here. I was just thinking, what, Feisty Fan, if you got to know her personally and you see her working in the comic shop, she's everything you want a fan to be. Okay. She is just enthusiasm bottled up and barely contained. And she's, and that makes her a great person at selling comics. But the thing is, she's not going there to sell. That's not her. She's going there just to be around them, to be surrounded by what she loves. It's kind of like the comedy theory. If you ever saw the movie Punchline, And when Tom Hanks is talking to Sally Field's character, he's all, you know what your problem is? You're going up on stage and you're trying to do comedy. You know, that's the same thing about spreading the love with fandom. It's just Feisty Fan just goes to work and talks about what she likes, talks about the stuff she would talk about here with us, here in private messages, here at home with her husband, who probably doesn't listen to it very much. Yeah. Nah, we're not dissing Feisty's husband. Mr. Feisty is all right in my book. Use all of yours and Susan Power. Get Cass Anvar on. Says Movie Fanobi for $1.99. Yeah, got to do that. Okay. So the reason I don't ask a lot of people to come on is not that I don't want them on. Is we would need Susan or Dennis here. I am the worst interviewer alive. I would just go, that was awesome when you said, here comes the juice. I thought that was great. So that Susan would have to be there. Dennis would have to be there. I stay away from fan drama. I just do the same thing I've always done. Share the love of the Expanse and my Expanse family. Belinda, bless your heart. That's why we love Belinda. I can't say I do that all the time, but I mostly do that. And that's what I prefer. But I do get, my knickers in a bunch sometimes. I do. I'm guilty. I'm human. Sorry. But no, Belinda spreading the positivity around is an infectious thing. And what Feisty does is an infectious thing. And it really works. Now, I don't know how well it works on YouTube, but we'll see. I think over a long period of time, it will work. And yeah, that's why I was just so thankful to have even a little tidbit of Expanse news today to talk about, and I could put it in the title, and we could just sit here and just say how much we fucking love the show. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I'm certainly curious to see when season 4 is coming out. I think filming's the pre-production has started. They tweeted, the Expanse production office tweeted that we are in full pre-production mode, which was very exciting. And definitely go over to Everything Expanse Facebook page. Belinda is on there. She is so quick with the information, and they're brilliant. I check it every day. I don't participate as much as I'd love to. I hit a like once in a while, but yeah, every time I think I'm coming with some information, it's been there for a day. So yeah, that is a great Facebook fan page. I love it. And yeah, Expanse fans are cool. They just are. And there's so much mythology in the Expanse, and yeah, I'll say it again. It blows me away how the Expanse came into fruition. I think it was started out as a game, turned into a book series, like a board game, right? Like a tabletop game or something like that. And they come out with the books once a year, which is like, even if you're critical of some of the books, you got to marvel at the fact that they write a book a year, and these aren't like short books. So they must not do much else. Ty Frank and Dan. Well, but they do though. Ty Frank is always on the set of the Expanse. Thanks, Belinda. She said we love you back. That never gets old, by the way. That never gets old. And we definitely love you, Belinda. So yeah, sorry. Gonna blush here a little bit. So yeah, they once a year on these books, and we are getting the new one in December. I mean, which is crap. 3 months away, we get another Expanse book, which we will definitely be covering. Also, on the Expanse book reviews, I've decided to reformat it a little bit, so I'm not going to sit there and just recap the whole damn book back to you. I'm just going to give you my overall thoughts, and it's going to be a book discussion. So our next one is this Sunday at I believe 10:30 a.m. and it's my favorite book. It's Nemesis Games. It's like the Empire Strikes Back of the Expanse. It is such a good book. Introduces some new characters, and we get in the heads of all of the crew of the Rocinante, and it is brilliant from beginning to end. I have nothing bad to say about that book. Is Nigel here? Did I see? Hi, Nigel. Stephen Ernest, Mako, how you doing? Melody Hill So sorry to miss this, but dinner calls by Viking Bitch and Belinda and our great host. Oh, Gary, stop. Bye, all. Melody Hill. Have a wonderful dinner. It's the afternoon here. Yeah, I really had to. Okay, so the reason I'm being so positive right now is because I was having a shitty day, and then I met with my sponsor, which always helps. Went to a meeting, talked to the sponsor, started practicing acceptance. I'm a little bent out of shape that I have to go to work tomorrow. I was supposed to have the day off. They called me in, and yeah, but work must go on. I mean, they are paying me, good for it, so I got to be grateful for that. So I'm really glad I did that before I did the live stream. It's a freaking drain, movie Finobi. It is. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna pretend I'm gonna be all unicorns and rainbow farts the whole time either, but yeah. Also, long live streams are a drain. I had a lot of fun on Doomcock's channel yesterday. That was great. The Tribunal, all about the Tribunal. But we love The Expanse. The Expanse is the best show on TV. I'll say it. I think I like it a little better than Legion, but I mean, there's no need to choose. I just like them both. I like Counterpart, Mr. Robot, Castle Rock. If you guys have not watched Castle Rock, if you can make it through the first 3 episodes, I know that's a lot to ask. That's 3 hours. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's playing out like a Twilight Zone right now. Now, I know we got to be worried about the mystery box stuff, which you do because J.J. Abrams' name is on it, but it's pretty damn good. And Sissy Spacek, there's a definite, when you see Sissy Spacek in her 7th episode, and you wonder, God, she hasn't gotten a ton of work. And maybe I just haven't seen a lot of it. It just seems like there's no way she should not be in like 5 or 6 things a year. Like, she's a classic Hollywood actress. And just like, yeah, if she doesn't win some useless award for episode 7, that's no big. We'll give her one. I'll make up an award to give it to her for episode 7 of Castle Rock. Oh my God, it was so good. Yes, lick that button, everybody. Tomcat, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see The Expanse continue. I can't wait either. Hail Doomcock, by the way, during his live stream last night. Y'all were hilarious. Thank you. I was laughing so freaking hard. Freaking Mecha is hilarious, folks. Mecha Random 42, Tom. And Doomcock, you should, what's funny is we were having, it's too bad we didn't record the little preamble before, because that was pretty damn funny too, but I can't share that. I can't share that. We were talking about, never mind. I can't share it. But thanks, Belinda. And Tomcat, thank you for the $5 super chat. So generous. Getting super chats so weird still. My God, Mary, I love Sissy Spacek so much. Coal Miner's Daughter is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's like one of those rare bonding moments I had with me and my pops, because he liked old country music. And yeah, my dad liked 3 things: old country music, money, and football. Doomcock gives me great prompts. He's easy to play with. He really is. He does play well with others. That sounds kind of bad. He does. Third floor from the death. Hate the mystery box. Yeah, and I hate the label that it's been put on something that doesn't deserve it. Because, like, if you look at, Twilight Zone could be considered mystery box, but not to J.J. Abrams level. Because mystery box is just a way of playing with time, playing with perception. Having the what is it? The distrustful narrator, the unreliable narrator. To play with your expectations in it, but they, a Twilight Zone pays things off where Mystery Box does not, and it says that it's not that important. I feel it is. I mean, some people could feel differently, and that's fine. That's totally cool. Bryce Douglas says, love Castle Rock, and I watched the review for Jack Ryan. I think you should go the entire way. I love the show, and it ebbs and flows like any other show, but the end ties it all up. Bryce, we are gonna go through it, and I think We'll probably do a season review on Wednesday. I'm trying to get Mrs. Nerdrotic to join us. She did finish it. She has opinions. If you all haven't seen Mrs. Neurotic, if you go back to, I think, our first X-Files review, she's there. That was the last time she was around. She did All Out Westworld season 1 with me. She did. Mrs. Nerdrotic is all right. She is pretty cool. Sounds like a good dad. He was. He was a good dad. He did the best he could, with a little freaking shithead like me for a son. Mako, I can recommend it at this point. I was kind of, he said, I quit Castle Rock, but I will go back to it since you recommended it. Yeah, I can recommend it even after Sissy SpaceX episode, I was like, if you bounced, I don't know if you want to come back, but after episode 8, yeah, it was pretty damn good. And that was the first one to me that felt very Stephen King and somewhat Kubrickian. So, a little bit of The Shining. I want to see strong opinions with Mrs. Nerdrotic. Oh, she has some, believe me, about the Jack Ryan. The problem with later Doctor Who is that when they went from subtle Bad Wolf mystery to full mystery box and silence story arc, it was fine for a year, but it started failing. Yeah, Dakota, my biggest problem with Stephen Moffat is in seasons 5 and 6, he set up some pretty epic shit and forgot about it. And a lot of it's not his fault. There was a lot of behind the scenes change at Doctor Who between season 6 and 7 leading up to the 50th anniversary. The biggest change was the head of the BBC came in. There was a new head of television production. And then Karen Gillan left. Matt Smith, if you look back there was Matt Smith had signed on. There was reports that Matt Smith had signed on for another year. So he either backed out on that or he never did sign on. And he took off to Hollywood. And that was a lot of rumors are the prompting from Karen Gillan's all, come out here with me. Come out here with me. It's worked out well for her. I don't know. I love Matt Smith as an actor, and I do like him as a doctor. I thought he was a good doctor. Seasons 5 and 6 were fine, but it really went off the rails in season 7. And it's because you're right, because of like this weird nothing matters, and we're just going to throw thing out there. I mean, the Rory mystery was amazing, and they just tied it up with especially when he had when they were in the hotel in the God complex. And the door opened up for him for the exit, and that led to a bunch of theories like he's the master or he's a time lord, and it just turned out that he's just Roy was kind of a nihilist, which was I saw a picture on YouTube that showed my kid, my old husband. I think he's I showed my kid. I think he's the same guy or a doppelganger. I'd like to, Pen Farm Girl ask, I'd like to know how much input King has into Castle Rock. It would nix the stupid JJ box if he has the power. That is a good question. That is a very good question. I obviously haven't paid attention to the credits. I lost interest in New Who and wish they would just have the actors redo all the lost episodes so we can have them back. Says Retro Robot Radio. Yes. I dig those animated old ones, lost episodes. Those are cool. But if you can get like some actors to redo them, that would be fun. That would be really, really cool. Yeah. I mean, my opinions on Doctor Who from the Outrage cast last night will never change, and that's fine. But it's more of like, I want to make it clear that I'm not the kind of person who demands change from a show. For one, I think it's kind of useless. But it's more of a I'm dipping out kind of thing. And you can carry on your merry way. Now, it doesn't mean I'll be quiet about it or happy about it, but I have no power over that. They're going to do what they want to do. And, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. That's all I can say. I mean, there is a lot of, I'm a human, so there's a lot of prejudgment involved, and that who could come out and like blow doors. It'd be awesome. So we'll see. We'll see. I saw Jack Rowan show, loved it too. The first show I binged in a long time. My brother also binged it with me, And the money tracing is very realistic, a mixture of House of Cards and 24, says Mako. Cool. Yeah, House of Cards is one of those shows where it looked good. I just never I don't know. I really only watch what we cover. I don't know if there's anything you can watch the earlier Doctor Who episodes. There's the Brit box. I think that's available in America where you can stream it. It's the early stuff. I don't know if that's on Amazon yet. I know New Who's on Amazon. They just released Tom Baker season 1 on Blu-ray. I love how they brought it out right in time for the change to 4K, but I'm happy as hell. That's going to be reviewed on Patreon, by the way. It's fucking excellent. Oh my God, it's so good. Slurmy Scott says Matt Smith is excellent in The Crown. That is what I've heard. Our old co-host John loves The Crown. Tomcat says, I'm having problems watching Jack Ryan. After 3 or 4 episodes, I get the low bandwidth message and can't continue watching. Today was the first time on the TV put Amazon first time on TV put Amazon Prime on the TV app. Everybody's home today in America for Labor Day. Yeah, the traffic's insane. Starbucks was insane. Yeah, I went to Starbucks today. Yeah, sorry. That's where I met my sponsor, though. Hey, changing topic, but anyone here, they're casting for a character called Mara for episode 9 in Star Wars. They're getting desperate to turn Star Wars around. Fan jerk points being thrown in. Says Nigel. Mara Jade? Yeah, isn't that who Carrie Russell's probably playing? I would assume. I don't know. Like Star Wars is something I've seriously dipped out on, Nigel. It's they need to be desperate. They need to be desperate. They lost a large portion of their fan base. I don't know if they're going to get them back. I don't know. And JJ Abrams, I haven't seen him finish strong on anything. I'm not. He's done some okay stuff, but it's a shame Doctor Who got canceled this last Christmas and won't be making any new episodes. This is Retro Robot Radio. That's exactly how I dipped out. I'm like, okay, I watched the last one. I did grow to like really love Capaldi as the Doctor, but not much he was in. Does that make any sense at all? I wish they would give him some kind of movie or something and have it written by like Russell T Davies or somebody. I miss Russell T Davies. Love that guy. BritBox through Amazon, says Belinda. Yeah, the BritBox. That's kind of worth it. I mean, I know it's another subscription, but you get to see all this. The BritBox is awesome. So next year, one of those, I just heard Blake Seven actress just died. And that's like one of the shows I'm going to check out next year because the chat, many, many people have asked me to check it out. So I got to check it out. Nyla Shadow says Mara Jade is going to be Ray's mom. Yep. They're calling her Mara, but claiming it's just a fake name, says Farm Girl, which is a possibility. And kind of that's a trolling fake name too. Big time. Long-time lurker. Hi from the Czech Republic. Nerdrotic is becoming one of my favorite subs. Oh my God. Let me make sure I don't cause you to unsub if I completely destroy your name. So Andre Merrick or Morak. Is it Andre? Yeah, let me know how to pronounce that so I don't sound like more of a dumbass than I already am. But ZZ says F Star Wars. Yeah, that's where a lot of people are at, ZZ. Are you ZZ top or yeah? You know, just thinking, it'd be a great name for like there's here in San Francisco they like to do the sex swapping cover bands like I mean this is old, okay, but Aishi Dishi. Um, if they did some kind of weird ZZ Bottom instead of ZZ Top, it's nothing to do with your name. It just hit my head right there. That'd be a good name for like like a gay ZZ Top cover band. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god. Somebody roll with that idea. Uh, like mix up Erasure and ZZ Top, long beards, get some bears out there. ZZ Bottom. I'm sorry. I'm cracking myself up here. It's a joke that'd be funny here in San Francisco. I don't know if anybody else is going to think that's funny. Capaldi was great. The story sucks, said Tim MS. Yes. And I was not happy with Capaldi. I was like, what? An old guy? Come on. And then he won me over. Doomcock had just it was season 8 that everybody got pissed that he was this dark, brooding doctor. I wish that, and then again, I think Moffat, his biggest problem is he hears too many people. He listens, as a creator, there's listening to your fans as an entity, as producers and creators, but as a writer, you really got to, A, show love to the mythology of what you're writing. It's not your own thing. Okay. And then B, kind of put the earmuffs on and do what you can to show respect to the mythology and make a new story. And I think if they would have let the grumpy doctor develop, we saw the end result, but we didn't see the evolution of going from grumpy doctor to wacky doctor, which I like the wacky doctor too. I loved his big hair and a freaking guitar and all that. That was cool. It just, with all things Moffat, it was just like, here, we're going to put this meaningless la la thing in here and not pay it off, or because some of his weird like ideas to just throw stuff in for a gag sounded like better ideas than what was actually in the show. Episode 9, Star Wars. And there's so many great channels that talk about Star Wars stuff that I can't add anything to what they do. They are great at it. That's why they have thousands of subs and thousands of views. There's nothing I could add other than I'm over it. I'm excited to have Gary review Vikings. I have very strong opinions about that show. Viking bitch, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you have weak opinions on anything? No, you have very strong. You're strong. You have strong opinions on everything. You go to the grocery store, you have strong opinions about how you're going to shop. And that's what we love about you. Yeah, I can. You know what? I'm going to probably love the hell out of Vikings. Viking bitch. I can say that's pretty easy. Do you think we'll see Thrawn in episode 9? God, I hope not. Silhouette and Animator. That's the one good thing Rebels did. Star Wars Rebels. I don't know if you're a big fan of Star Wars Rebels, but I thought Thrawn was done okay. I heard the comic is brilliant. Haven't read it. I've got it in my stack over there. Aishi Dishi. Yes, Aishi Dishi was awesome. The lead singer was this black girl who sounded exactly like Bon Scott. Like exactly like Bon Scott. Oh my god, she was good. They rocked the fight. They were opening up for somebody, and I can't remember who they opened up for because I was so blown away at their show. I'm like, God damn, that was good. Yeah, AC/DC, all about that. There's another one too. I might be there's 2 female cover AC/DC cover bands, and they're both good. The one I can remember is AC/DC. AC/DC. I love all the 2005 present Doctors. Favorite is Matt Smith, but I'm a bit biased because of Karen Gillan. I really like Karen. I liked Amy Pond quite a bit early on. I didn't like what it was. Karen Gillan was great. Okay, she was just given. It's like season 7. Damn. But I did like Matt Smith in the beginning. Uh, but I mean, you also get kind of ruined with Tom Baker and David Tennant, who I put them equally in my opinion. But I'm also a big Pertwee fan. John, yeah. Third Doctor, love the Third Doctor. Speaking of comics, have you read Kill or Be Killed? Just got the last 2 volumes, and it's such a crazy story. So good, Bryce. I will check it out. I have not read it. I know of it. I have not read it. But I'm always looking for it. You know why? Because like my comic pull list is getting thinner and thinner, so I need something else. And if comic fans are unhappy with comic books in current times, there's more comics than any 1,000 people could read in their lifetime that are old. Go back and read the old stuff. There's so much good. Even up to like 10 years ago. There was some great writing 10 years ago. Yeah, there's so much extended universe in the books and comics that Star Wars could use. Yeah, and Star Trek could use. Absolutely. And they don't. Like nobody would fault them at all if they went and plucked stuff like the best bits from stuff they already created but I think it's Doomcock talked about it yesterday. It's an ego thing. I think it's an ego thing. Which I mean, par for the course in Hollywood. Kind of is. Grove Lane says, I love alpha females, just me. Who doesn't? Seriously. Um, could make things interesting. But yeah, my wife, Mrs. Nerdrotic, definitely warrior woman. I've seen her at punk rock shows like throw punches. So, and she could punch with the best of them. She's freakishly strong. She's from Wisconsin, though. So freakishly strong women come from Wisconsin. I like that they acknowledged the look of Capaldi's doctor came from Capaldi's character in the Pompeii episode. His subconscious choice, the look on purpose. Yeah, I did like how they explained that, and I'm glad that they did. They acknowledged it. Too bad they didn't. I thought they were going to kind of acknowledge Nyla's shadow, his appearance in Torchwood as well. And and I did like a little bit how the doctor gets his face. So it's a subconscious choice, but I'm glad they didn't go out and make it a full on choice. That would be bad. And now I like it that it happens, randomly. Oh, I just lost. I'm going to get back to you, Hunk. It skips up on me. The guy who played Thrawn in Rebels was Lars Mikkelsen, Mads Mikkelsen's brother. Ah, that's awesome. That's why I like that voice. I just saw Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey left the chat and I lost it. Okay, I'm going to get down to it. The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is that instant gratification problem again? They set things up, but because casual fans lose interest, don't bother paying it off, then they decide to go for a quick flash in the pan moments. Yes, Random said that eloquently, and you did too as well. Thank you, the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. It's just fun to say. Random talked about they maybe they're just over aware that they're writing for people who aren't going to pay attention to the whole show. I thought that was very astute and true. So they're looking for, it's kind of like how music is now. A song used to have one, maybe two hooks in it. And now they've overstudied it. And all the pop music now has like 7 hooks. Like it'll have a ridiculous amount of hooks. So basically it's like 8 songs thrown into one for the attention span. Yeah, our attention span is definitely changing. Mine is changing. My kids is changing. To what? I don't know. I am that's for smart people. or people who study that stuff. That stuff just makes my eyes glaze over. I have a question about Patreon donations. I was going to, and then it stops. uh, sure, go ahead, ask away about Patreon. By the way, I forgot to charge. I forgot to charge people last month. So, yeah, real quick, Patreon is $1. It's $5, $15. You get $5 level, you get 3 comic books that were exclusive to my store. At the $15 level, you get a what's in the box, which is like a bunch of toys and stuff like that. Once you donate, maybe I'm getting your question. You have to donate for a couple months before you get the box. You don't get just the box for signing up. A couple of payments have to go through, and then I shoot the box out to you. If you stay with 6 months, you get a second box. If you dip out right after you get your box, totally cool. That's fine. Or change it to another level. No big deal. The reason I did that is because I don't have a ton of time to put content on there. So I decided to just give you stuff instead. And it's all a matter of when I have time to send it to. Sometimes it can take a little while, but you get your stuff. You get your stuff. And then you'll also get free months that I forget to charge you. But if you have any problems with anything, just hit me up and yeah, I'll take care of it. We're all about good customer service here. We don't want you pissed. That is the last thing we want. So if I missed your question, Tomcat, yeah, ask again. Don't worry about no need to apologize for lousy typing. I'm the worst. Ask anybody who's private messaged me. Feisty, Viking Match, Bobby Fanobi, Dennis, Mom, my sisters. I can't be bothered with correct spelling. I'm a busy guy. Nyla Shadow says, I love Matt Smith. I was afraid I wasn't going to like him because I heard so many people disliked him, but I actually really enjoyed him as the Doctor. I did too, and I heard that too. I think part of that is just there was a lot of new Doctor Who fans, and so the older Doctor Who fans are getting a kick out of seeing the first, because people didn't get that attached to Eccleston. I loved Eccleston, by the way, but when Tennant left, there was a lot of that. I hate the new Doctor, and there, a lot of people were coming out going, "Hey, this is the normal transition of getting a new Doctor. People are going to hate it. Then in a couple of years, you like it or you don't." You know, for the most part, you like all your doctors. For the doctors who weren't popular, even though I think they were still good, like Sylvester McCoy, it wasn't enough to keep the show going. Sylvester McCoy, I think a lot like Jodie Whittaker, was dealt a bad hand. It was at the tail end of the series, and BBC had jacked it up, and it's almost like history repeating itself. Um, So anything I say about Doctor Who, there's nothing personal against Jodie Whittaker as a person. That's one thing I do not do, and none of us do. None of us do in the tribunal. We're not personal attacks. We'll attack your project and how you write your project, but no, no attacking personal appearance or anything stupid like that. That's where things go too far, in my opinion. And people are free to say what they want, and that's cool. But I will always keep it to the content. Or I don't. I think if you say somebody's a bad actor, I guess that could be taken as a personal attack, but it's also part of the job. You go out there, if you're not good at a job, people are, hey, there have been jobs I suck at, and people come up and say, you suck at this job. You either listen, get better, or you don't. I love David Tennant, Matt Smith most of the time, Capaldi, and Tom Baker. Yes. I pretty much love all the doctors. The eighth doctor is the one I really wish they could bring back and do like a side series or a mini series or something. Um, his big finish stuff is so freaking good. Oh, man. He actually here, I'll get a picture of the eighth doctor here. Sorry. Talk about yourselves real quick. Self-produced show. The Fox special, the American one. I love that. For one, it's in San Francisco. Okay. But I want, oh, come on. There's a bigger picture. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get back to the screen here. Okay. So I want to, I mean, like most of you know, like, God, my hair's going nuts. Yeah, yeah, know what the Eighth Doctor looks like. Okay. But I just want to really cement my point here that I think this is what the Doctor, I mean, an amalgamation of all the doctors. This is kind of what they look like. This is how I see that. To me is the quintessential Doctor. That is yeah, like I said, an amalgamation of all of them put together. You know, the 1800s kind of jacket, and that this is, yeah, this is my personal preference, my personal opinion. I you know I um, so if you see like if people talk about the Doctor and you don't equate that to one actor, and I know there's some other places that like morphed all their faces and stuff, and that's really fun. This is just how I see the Doctor. Um, like if you wanted to make a generic doctor, but like not generic's a bad word, just like a doctor that you're gonna not relate to an actor. Paul McGann is it, and he got dealt the shortest stick of them all. You know, his again his audio adventures are freaking spectacular. Big Finish is so good. Check it out. It's on Audible as well. If you're an Audible member, you can get Big Finish stuff. I am a proud Audible member. Honestly, it's my single favorite subscription is Audible. And yeah, Paul McGann, you poor guy, but we love you, man. We love you. The novels and comics are licensed to so they could pay for it. Yes, the ego of the directors and producers. Yeah, ego. Steve Ernest is how a lot of stuff. This is why we can't have nice things. The why we can't have nice things is because of ego. I mean, even the great Kevin Feige cannot work well with Perlmutter over at Marvel Television, and that's why we haven't had Daredevil or somebody show up in the MCU, which is a damn shame. It's a damn shame because I want to see Daredevil in Avengers 4. I really do. And Luke Cage and even Iron Fist. I am looking forward to the Iron Fist show, guys. I saw a lot of the footage, and I'm sure some of you have too. It looks like they've addressed some of the problems. It looks fun. Finn Jones looks like he yoked up a little bit. Um, I'll give him this, man. Finn Jones was criticized to hell for all kinds of stuff that was out of his power, especially the cultural appropriation thing. Danny Rand was a blonde white guy in the comics. Okay, that's just the way it is. There's other characters, uh, you know, but yeah, that's Danny Rand. Now, does he look like Danny Rand still? No, but he looks like he's growing into the role, and instead of fighting back at the fans or throwing shade back at the fans because he was getting a lot of shit and a lot of undeserved shit. What did he do? Went out and learned how to fight, got better at his job, worked out. And a lot of the stuff probably wasn't his fault because he was just finishing up Game of Thrones and they hurried the production along. Now he's had time to like think about the role, get into it. And I saw that in Luke Cage episode 10 with the Power Man and Iron Fist stuff, which was so fun to watch. And I kind of like him now. I think good job, Finn Jones. I'm going to say it. Let's be positive. We were talking about positive. Like you got to give the guy props for turning it around, taking his job seriously. That's rad. That's what I love to see. And not fighting back or, cause like, listen, we're going to all be people are going to be bitching about everything forever. Just, you know what? Wear it like armor. Wear it like armor. Like Tyrion Lannister says when he's talking to freaking Jon Snow. When they call you bastard, yep, I'm a bastard. Damn straight. Eccleston played a good PTSD doctor. The problem was they didn't tell us what he was scared by the Time War of at the time. So it just seemed like a bit off without reason. Yeah, Mako. I mean, my assumption throughout that is we were going to get the answer eventually, and I wouldn't have dropped that right away. I think that's something that you don't. I mean, he didn't even talk about the Time War until the second episode. So we were just we don't know what it's going. I thought that was pretty natural. Now, maybe there were bigger plans to have Eccleston get into season 2. It sucks we didn't get more Eccleston, and it really sucks that he said no to the 50th anniversary. As much as I love the 50th anniversary, if he was in it, it would have had more impact. Except for Clara being the one. Now, I don't have a problem with the companion being the one to like help. Um, but I don't know. And it's kind of sucked that there was only, I did kind of like how they used Rose in the 50th anniversary. I liked 50th anniversary a lot. I thought that was a good show. I have my 3D Blu-ray. Has really good 3D, by the way. Really, really good 3D. Renee? I don't know what that is. Hi, Renee. Man of Action, how you doing? Shang-Chi in the series yet? That's who I was going to bring up. But you know what? You get these live stream brain farts. It sucks being old. Man of Action, thank you. Shang-Chi, not yet. We need to have a Shang-Chi, though. The art in those Shang-Chi books from the 70s is so far beyond some of the comic art, and it doesn't get talked about enough. I'm blanking on the artist's name now, but I would love my left. I would give my left nut to see Master of Kung Fu edition added to the series. Hell yeah! They're gonna be bringing in a lot of other characters though. We got Misty Knight guest starring, which is cool. So we're getting the kind of the Daughters of the Dragon. It's gonna be fun stuff, dude. That's in like 4 days, and we're gonna be doing 3 podcasts on it, maybe 2. So what we do is Friday night, we do a spoiler free for episode 1, kind of like we did with what we've done in the past. We didn't do it with Jack Ryan, but we've done that in the past. And then we do a full review. And if the series really kicks ass, we do 2. We do part 1 and part 2. I too felt Paul McCann would have been a great doctor had he had done the BBC show. I like the US pilot, but I find it laughable that Fox thought general US audience were ready for the doctor. Says Santos Dominius. Yeah, they weren't back then. They weren't. Honestly, I don't even remember that airing. It was 96. I was 26. First marriage. Working on cars. Oh, that's when I was in my little band phase. I was in a cover band. Yeah. I was all about the band back then. Oh my God. Freaking live streaming and having a podcast is so much better than having a band. When you're a bass player, there's only so much you can do alone, and getting other people to it's just a pain in the ass. When you call me weirdo, I say, yes, I am. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Morks. How you doing? It's good talking to you yesterday. Third door from the left. I think BBC is too obsessed with the American market. I'll agree with that. As an American Doctor Who fan, I don't want anything American in that show, except when they come over here once in a while and then do the typical making fun of us, you Americans and your guns, thing or whatever they do. And cowboy hats, because we all walk around with cowboy hats and guns and go to 50s diners all the time. Just part of the time. Okay. And 50s diners are cool. Good curly fries. Doctor Who had a daughter created by his DNA by aliens. She flew off, never saw her again. What a waste. Why make the Doctor a woman when they could have reintroduced his daughter or had a spinoff? Rich Silverwood, that has been my argument all along, that I would have liked to see either the daughter or a new character, and I would watch the hell out of it. The thing is, BBC doesn't think anybody would. And they are pointing to Class as an example. Hey, we tried to do a Doctor Who spinoff. Well, it wasn't anything like Doctor Who. And, they got a YA author who they thought would do good, and it wasn't very good. I watched the whole thing a couple of times, and it wasn't very good. And I don't know if it's officially been canceled. I assume it is, but I would watch that. You know what would be really cool if you want to just get people to watch? I would watch a River Song Captain Jack, Torchwood. That's what I've been, that's my nerd pitch right there. I would probably watch that more than Doctor Who. I freaking love Torchwood. I love Captain Jack. Most of River Song I like. They really kind of destroyed the character, but the great thing about Doctor Who is you can undo shit, except when they undo the Time War, which upset me. But yeah, I think that's what they should have done. And then you don't have to worry about canon, and then you don't have to worry about half your fan base leaving, or a third, or even a quarter, because you can't afford Doctor Who can't afford any fans leaving, because enough have left already. So I think that would have been a way to make everybody. Well, the thing is, it wouldn't have made everybody happy. That's the problem is. And the thing is, the BBC is trying to make everybody happy. That's part that was behind this decision, which creatively kills you. You can't make everybody happy. You can't. So they made a decision which was going to piss off. I mean, listen, if they made another decision, it would have pissed off another set of people. I don't think as much. I don't think those people would have sat down and watched Doctor Who day in and day out, bought the toys, read the books, listened to all the audio adventures. I think it's people who like to talk about it on social media. And I don't know how much talk to me in 5 years. That's my answer to all this. In 5 years, are those people who are very happy about the new Doctor and praising fanboy tears or whatever, are you going to be around? Now, if you are, great, then I was wrong. Cool. We'll walk away and I'll just say, I was wrong. I don't think so, though. I think in 5 years, it'll be gone and we won't have a Doctor Who, and that sucks. That sucks. I hope I'm wrong, though. I truly hope I'm wrong. I don't wish it to fail. That is not my wish. I'm just personally going to dip out. I want it to continue, though. I do. Oh, by the way, I see Netflix in there. I should talk about something in the title here. So this will be real quick. I don't play a lot of video games. I'm not a gamer. I wouldn't consider myself a gamer at all. But the one game I played the freaking hell out of was Diablo 1 and 2. First marriage wasn't great. So I played a lot of video games. And hey, it wasn't great. It was both her fault. It wasn't just, I don't want to make it sound like it was just her. It was a mutual suckage. So I played a lot of Diablo, got into it. My friend at work got me into it, and I just loved to play the game. It was fun. I really loved Diablo 1 and the interaction, and I wasted hours and hours, but I love the mythology of it. And I think it actually could make a good dark fantasy series if done well. And lo and behold, there's some talks about it going to Netflix. Now, there's rumors about, listen, the story of my life is going to Netflix, by the way. And Morks. I heard Morks' biography is going to Netflix as well. No, everything's going to Netflix. But that being said, I like this rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I like it. I hope it is. Dude, did I just lose the goddamn article? Oh, well. So much. You're going to have to take my word for it. I'm not going to search for it. All it said was there is a writer from some other show being attached to Diablo. Here it is. Here it is. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves. I want to just find out who the writer was. And sorry for the silence there, audio listeners. Oh, by the way, I can also plug that if any of you still use that old thing called iTunes, we're on iTunes. So everything you see gets put to our website, and that is linked to iTunes. So you can search Nerdrotic, and we're on iTunes. We're also on an app called Player FM. We're on a bunch of mirror apps too that mirror iTunes if you're on an Android. But if you just want to listen to our podcast, go to nerdrotic.com and click on whatever podcast, and there's a little audio bar there you can hit, and you can listen to us. You don't want to see us. So yeah, it's just a blip about Diablo. Yes. Take this with a pinch of salt. Revenge of the Fans alleges that Hellboy screenwriter Andrew Cosby has been hired to write a television series based on Blizzard Entertainment's beloved computer series, Diablo for Netflix. This could be one of those let's run it up a flagpole, see who salutes kind of thing. I'm down. If they put some money into it, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, back to chat. Bryce Douglas says, bored at work, my friend. I came up with a 10-year plan for Batman TV show. Even figured out how to merge Killing Joke and Death of the Family into the storyline for a season. Bryce Douglas, pitch it. We need that. Oh my God. We always, by the way, I hate articles from the entertainment websites like, it's time for blah, 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 or this is the TV show we needed. It's like, can we stop those forever? But except for this case, it is time for a Batman TV series, a straight up DC's version of Batman TV series, serialized television, storytelling, detective work. He doesn't have to be fighting all the time, being friggin' Batman with the best rogues gallery of villains in comics. This show would just do good. That's all it would do. And you know what? You don't have to, they get worried about budget. You make a kick-ass Batmobile, you get a set for the Batcave, and you film it on a back lot. I mean, a city can be a back lot, and we're fine. We're good. This would only just do well. That's all it would do. Just don't have Akiva Goldsmith involved, or David Goyer involved, or J.J. Abrams involved, and you will have a hit on your hands. Get Bryce Douglas's pitch. You pitch it, Bryce, and make it happen. 10 seasons. I would watch 10 seasons of Batman with the Killing Joke and Death in the Family mixed in. Hell yeah. Take my money. No, I know, but what we get, the plumbers from the Batcave. We get to find out what the plumbers of the Batcave are doing. Bat Sanitation. It's a series coming to DC Universe, streaming series. Yes, from the creators of Super Catering, the caterers of the Justice League. We're going to find out about them too. I mean, we God forbid we have actually Superman or Batman in show. We could have Dennis write Super Catering though. He's got a catering background. Have you watched Red Dwarf on BBC? Says Adam West. Hey, you're alive. That's awesome. I have seen, yes, not like episodes in a row, but yes, I've taken a peek and I love Red Dwarf. I do. It's fun. A lot of that stuff, whatever popped up on PBS is what I watched when I was a kid and younger and even a teenager. Well, considering it hasn't even screened yet, we don't know what the reaction is going to be. I could guess though. I mean, I could use an educated guess, Silver Spike. I mean, we'll say semi-educated. I think based on the ratings from the Christmas special, the interest on the YouTube trailer for Doctor Who, which has millions of views, but like 4,000 likes, which is interesting. And the Christmas special did okay. It did okay. I think the ratings will be very high in the beginning. It's what are they going to be by episode 5? That's what's in question. But I don't think there's any doubt there will be high ratings for the first episode. What the reaction will be, I could also guess at that. I think it'll be very mixed. But unless it comes out like it completely kicks ass and shuts everybody up. But I think it's going to take a couple episodes to do that. I like Torchwood. Never watched any Doctor Who, says Mustang Debbie. Yeah, that is Mrs. Nerdrotic is the same way. She loves Torchwood and hasn't watched a second of Doctor Who. Gary, did you see the anniversary movie? I saw it in a theater. It was a great experience. We screened it at my comic shop, Movie Finobi, the 50th anniversary. We found a way to, this was back in 2012. It wasn't easy to stream shit. And we had an HD projector and we streamed it in my store. There was people piled out the door. It was so fun. So great. We had inflatable TARDISes outside. We had a giveaway. We had a bunch of kids there. A bunch of kids there. Diablo 2 was awesome. LOL mutual suckage. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Viking bitch. Mutual suckage. Gary's first marriage, more games, less joystick. I don't know how accurate you are. He is the gold standard of doctors. They are all doctors are the one doctors are compared to. Yes. Are they still showing Old Who on Twitch? Carrie Dalton, they probably are. You probably could see Old Who on Daily Motion too. Like for some reason, Daily Motion just gets away with showing entire TV shows. Farscape is on Daily Motion right now. Spider-Man the animated series. My kid found it. He's like, "Hey, Dad, I found Spider-Man the animated series on this thing called Daily Motion." There's entire episodes. Yes, David Tennant did marry Peter Davidson's daughter, the Fifth Doctor. A doctor who I like very much. Diablo is fantastic, and the lore is very deep. There are whole lore books about the setting. I wonder if they'll make it more horror or action based, though. Mako, I hope that we both. I hope it's horror, fantasy, action. I love it when they mix genres and they do it well. That's a good question. You may maybe make it like it's got to be rated R. It's got to be rated R, especially like the generation who play Diablo is a little older now. Mutual suckage is usually a good thing, but I'm sorry. Your Titanic marriage, your Titanic marriage, and you're happy you found Melissa. Yes. Oh, if it wasn't for Melissa, I was never going to get married again. She is great. But I've known Melissa since I was 14. So. Ew, iTunes, says Nigel. Hey, this is being broadcast from a Mac. Sorry to say. I'm one of those weirdos who likes both Mac and PC. iTunes, is that on Zuni? Right? People used to make Rob has a podcast. You can find him on YouTube. He does whoa. There we go. He does Big Brother recaps and stuff like that. John knows him, my old co-host. That guy makes so much money on his podcast. Like ridiculous amounts of money. Like if you heard, I mean, he basically he makes a very expensive car every month just from the podcast. It's silly how much he makes. Oh man, it jumped on me again. Artemis over easy. Just completed season 1 of Counterpart. Yet again, you have exposed me to an amazing television show. How in the hell did this show not get more press? Cannot wait for season 2. I don't know, Artemis. I'm planning on doing another video on just and also it's going to be kind of a contradiction because I've I listen, I get feedback every day and I appreciate all of it, but there's some of it's accusing me of possibly going negative for clicks. Well, everything I do is for clicks, okay? So and because I want to talk about it, but I'm going to go out there and do a 100% positive showering with love. Why you should kind of like Doomcock's Expanse video. I'm going to do one on Counterpart. Maybe Doomcock can join me. That'd be cool. And it's just going to be a chill ass commercial for that show because I want you all to enjoy it. It is so good. J.K. Simmons puts in one of the best portrayals I've ever seen on television. Period. Of just it's an acting school, and on the surface, it might look kind of boring to some of y'all. Trust me, it's not. Trust me. It's a fast moving show. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. Thing is, it's buried on Showtime, and I can't blame people for like, damn it, I don't want to pay so and so much for one show. So I don't know if it's hit Amazon yet or not. Well, Amazon's you can like have the Amazon Showtime on Amazon, so you can see it there. But if you guys get a chance to see it, you can afford it. Not everybody can afford a gazillion subscriptions. Definitely check it out. That gets the Nerdrotic seal of approval, which we don't pass out to just anything. So, yeah. Hey, thanks for checking it out, Artemis, and giving the props there. Um, New Gods with Alexandro Jodorowsky and Peter Gunn, said Renee. Yeah, and that's the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 thing news today was David Bautista's talking about possibly not coming back again. Um, I don't know if he is or isn't. I just know the schism is there. This is causing a lot of problems within Marvel, and of course they're still going to make the damn movie. The Russo brothers are bouncing, but I would say try to get them to cut. They seem to do a good job with the Guardians in Infinity War, so I would maybe try to get them to come back for one more. I think they're bouncing though and doing their own thing. So I'm not sure what the latest rumors are. But yeah, that's the way it goes, man. What's the article say here? Well, this is just a right old mess. In July, Disney fired James Gunn, blah blah blah, after yeah, his old tweets. We all know about that. I'm trying to get to the meat of the article. There's just a lot of repeated information that we really don't need to go over again. Um, I admire Dave Bautista for sticking with his friend, but I think he needs to think this through for his own career. I mean, it's awesome to show loyalty, and I bet you James Gunn is even saying this to him. It's like, dude, dial it down, okay? Disney's powerful; they're now more powerful than ever, and yeah, he's not going to be working, and they will replace him or kill him off or something. So yeah, is there any new news? That's why I'm not going to even share this unless there's no new news. Yeah, it's just going off his tweet. So that was a nothing article. Sorry for even sharing it with you. I'm seeing an Iron Fist ad though. Very excited about the possible costume in there and the mask. And yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. That damn Iron Fist. All right, it's back to the chat. You guys are the most interesting thing anyway. Renee, Children of Earth, best Torchwood. Yes, heartbreaking. Rips your heart out. Ugh. Okay, you want to talk about subverted expectations, y'all? Children of Earth. That's how you do it. And that's what really after that, I thought, oh my God, like Torchwood has arrived now. Like it found its footing. Cause like I love it, but seasons 1 or 2 are a little bit alike, but it was trying to find its footing. It had some episodes that were better than others. But Children of Earth was how Torchwood should have been done. Like 4 or 5 episodes. Yeah. Then Miracle Day happened. I was happy to have it. I was really happy to have it. I miss Captain Jack. That's one of the best characters ever. The true pansexual. The ultimate pansexual. Yeah, and that's a character you could just throw out like when we get accused of all this crap because we're criticizing content. All right. We get called all kinds of ridiculous names, and then we have to defend ourselves, which I think we all need to YouTubers just need to stop doing. When we start getting defensive and going, I've got this as a friend, or I like Captain Jack as a character, so I'm not. That is playing right into the argument. I don't need to justify anything to anybody about that because I don't even talk about politics or anything here. This isn't the place for it. So, yeah, but at the end of the stream, I'll talk about that video. It actually got shared on my Twitter. And it's really some basic bullshit about fans, by like a youngster who's an academic and he writes theses. And I don't know, I'm just leery of anybody who, I mean, the channel. I listen, I don't want to talk shit about any other YouTubers. And very well produced videos, 79,000 subscribers. So take what I say with a grain of salt, but it's called Trexpert. Okay. So I try to like avoid, I mean, just for myself, I wouldn't self-label anything I do expert. Because you got to live up to a lot. So he's the one who like they're the Trexpert. And they did a video on the rise of toxic fandom. And he compared it to the freaking heretics of religion and Martin Luther. And when Martin Luther translated the Bible, that's what the internet is, which is it's pretty good comparison right there. But I guess I'm talking about it now. So he basically, he talked about toxic fans are generalizing basically. It's generalizing, and us fans, we need to identify with all our characters. So all of fandom is people identifying with a character. Now, of course, there is some of that in there, but I don't watch Aliens because I want to be Ripley. All right. I don't watch Doctor Who because I want to be the Doctor. I like the art, the sets, the TARDIS, the storytelling. I like the art. I'm not trying to live life vicariously through a character. That might have been something I did when I was a kid, but as a fan adult, as a fan man, I love the art form so much. When I open a comic book, I don't want to be Spider-Man. Okay. Maybe when I was 12, I wanted to be Spider-Man. Now I just want to read Spider-Man and I want to look at the beautiful comic art. Like beautiful comic art, like moves me. Okay. So that's like saying, art aficionados like want to be the Mona Lisa. Okay. When they go there, I really identify with the Mona Lisa. I want to be the Mona Lisa. Hey, shut up. So it was a really like in a very polished video, which I will share in the description, which was it again made some decent points, but then it just goes down at the end, and it boils it down to toxic fans just don't like we're basically racist, sexist, da da da, and it's just I'm so sick of that shit. I am so fucking tired of that. We're not there. Of course, there's horrible people on both sides, but you can't generalize it because you can't generalize fandom. Okay, drink everybody. It's a drinking game. I ran a comic store for 10 years. I've been a comic fan since I was 5. I've been into pop culture since I was 7 and aware of all this stuff. I'm a lifelong nerd. It's not a choice. It's something I am, period. And pretty much everybody here in this chat, we're all nerds. Did we have a choice? I mean, this is what we love. And it's not, part of it's identification, part of it's this, part of it's that. It's not just one thing. So to boil it down to toxic fans are just mad because Ray or because of Mikey Spock and or Sneakwa Martin Green. I'm sorry, Sneakwa Martin Green as a person has nothing to do with it. It's and as a character, you can keep the same freaking cast from Discovery. You bring in new writers and make a good story. I'm happy. You can have the same cast. I don't have a problem with the cast. That's not what I have a problem with. I have a problem with really crappy storytelling. I don't have a problem with the cast of Star Wars. I was looking forward to Star Wars. I thought it was great that there was a female lead and they had a black stormtrooper. I'm like, what is that story? I'm kind of interested. That's cool as hell. No, it was just shoddy storytelling. So, and to make stuff proof and then again to come out with this video when there's been 9 million of them so far, like listen, that's what propaganda is. Okay. It was really well put together, super slick, motion graphics, a nice even young person's voice talking who's clearly an academic, knows his shit when it comes to psychology and some history. But for a person calling themselves the Trexpert, didn't know a lot about fandom. Okay. We're all different. We're all different. If you see a singular voice from fandom, there's a problem because we don't agree on shit ever. Okay. Ever, ever, ever. 10 years in the comic store, you say Batman, you're going to get 10 opinions. 10 different opinions from 10 completely different people. There is no the only thing is that we can agree on is that 10 people love Batman. But then we're going to argue about the minutia and stuff like that. So that's what fandom is. This toxic fandom you speak of. I'm repeating myself, but always been there. It's just the internet got turned on and we can talk to each other now. Nothing has changed. So the point of the video is, it's because of social media is the problem, because we're talking to each other, because that's a problem. Authority would love for it to shut us all up. Yes, it is a problem that we're all talking to each other. It's really hard to control people and control thoughts and ideas when we can talk to each other quite regularly. Not everything about the internet is great, but most everything is. I fucking love the internet. I love YouTube. I love talking to you guys in the chat here. So yeah, that's my whole thoughts in that video. I couldn't respond in a tweet because I'm way too wordy to do whatever, how many characters are in it. Random had a great response to it. Go check out Random's response to it on Twitter. And that's why I kind of stay off Twitter, because I'll see videos like that. And he has every right to put it out there, but I would love to put it out there. I would love to debate you. I would love to debate you on this, a very civil debate on this subject. And I think that would be cool, wouldn't it? Because, listen, I'm not right on everything on this issue. I don't think I am. I just know how I feel about certain things. I don't agree with every other YouTuber, and I'm sure they don't agree with me, but I would love to have an open debate. Or I'd love to see one, get Doomcock or Mecha or somebody, or Tom. Tom would be great at it. Debate the Trexpert on fandom, and let's I don't know, let's see if we can come to some common ground, or at least shed some light on the subject and some reality other than the crap that's coming out, and it gets tagged this word that I don't know. There's toxic people, I guess. But yeah, good luck fighting that. It's just fandom. That's just what it is. I've seen it that's why maybe some people are new to things, or they didn't hang out at a comic shop where they heard like people like almost come to blows over Marvel versus DC, which has happened. So, hi Grady. I'm done off the soapbox. Box. That's how I feel about that video. To broadly generalize about people broadly generalizing is generalizing. It's there's way too many layers and shades of gray on this subject to get down, but I think it'd be a fun thing to debate about. Civilly, of course, Viking Bitch, $2. I appreciate the great discussions here, and I appreciate you, Viking Bitch. And honestly, like we here at Nerdrotic are nothing without you guys in the chat. You make every show. That's the one thing I think we kind of do different from a lot of everybody else, and it might not be the smartest thing. Is I threw out a recorded video yesterday, just because a lot of people have requested it. I'll do it from time to time, but honestly, I hate just talking to myself, and maybe if I do a recorded one with like Dennis or something in the future, but like, I need you guys. I need you guys because, for one, you keep me honest and you're funny, much smarter than me. And yeah, like Viking Bitch makes this channel better. Apple Crow, makes this Pen Farm Girl, Man of Action, Silver Spike, Mako make this channel better. Like we're all part of it here. We don't all agree on everything. That's cool. Most people don't know what actual diversity is. It includes difference of opinion. It includes thought. Diversity, as that word has been screwed up eternally now, Mecca. But it was certainly an interesting video. I just wish Trexpert would have been a little. For one, they need to go longer than 18 minutes, and they really just painted with a broad brush at the end. They started making some decent points, though. I love that that at the end they talked about, well, ideas come and go, and they show like the Roman Colosseum and all these ancient broken structures, and they showed Sacsayhuaman, which is one of my favorite places on earth with the jigsaw stones and stuff like that. And I'm like, but it wasn't toxic fandom that destroyed that culture. It was a cataclysm. Okay, so we toxic fans need to talk about toxic shows. We need to talk about toxic creators. And that was not brought up once in the video, Man of Action, about they brought up Kelly Marie Tran, and they didn't bring out, which, listen, I'm sure she got a lot of, I didn't see it, but I mean, that's why I can't make a judgment on it. If she says she was abused on Instagram and that's why I left, and that's why she left. I think it also had something to do with, like, you weren't supposed to be on social media during the filming of Star Wars, but that's fine. I'm sure she got a lot of shit. I'm not denying that, but we didn't talk. They didn't mention, Ryan Johnson coming out and attacking fans. He attacked a YouTuber the other day. Not attacked, but he antagonized, we'll say, something you don't do as a professional. So, I mean, I'm not a professional. I don't need to do that. I need to worry about that kind of stuff. All right. I got some chats I got to catch up on. Sorry. And if I missed anything, please, at Nerdrotic channel, get my attention, and don't feel bad about repeating yourself. I do want to read every chat. I try. I can't, but I'll try. I'll give it my best effort. If we drink every time Gary talks about comics, we're all going to have a problem. I know. Not sponsored by Starbucks, by the way. Missing Adam Warlock in Infinity War is super odd. Says M. Wims. Yes, lost opportunity, and that wasn't messed up in rights issues or anything. They could have done it. And that's why I was looking so forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, because Warlock is one of my favorites. Stand-up alert, by the way. Speaking of favorites, I was so happy they finally made a shirt on the Orb. I'm so happy with this shirt. Freaking Orb. So he's a Ghost Rider villain, co-created by the great Len Wein, who co-created Wolverine. Of course, he was a stunt motorcycle driver. I'm totally blanking on his name here. His name was blah blah blah. There it is. Drake Shannon. So the eye is a helmet, but he's basically like Mysterio on a motorcycle, and he's a Ghost Rider villain. And he was in my first Ghost Rider comic that I read. This is the most ridiculous looking villain, and it's like, this is why I love comics. Like, the Orb represents everything I love about comics, because you can have a guy in a motorcycle with a freaking eyeball helmet and still be entertaining. So, if people don't understand comics, the Orb is comics. That's what comic books are, is the Orb. So, yeah. It made me think of Adam Warlock's, because I was looking for an Adam Warlock shirt the other day. I love Adam Warlock. Jim Starlin art was amazing. Yeah, don't get me started. The Orb is something you will never see in the MCU, I don't think. That it would be funny as hell. I saw Heroic Hollywood put up an article saying, what if Norman Reedus played the Ghost Rider? I would say, yeah, take my money. That's my answer to that. Life on Mars. A lot of Who fans jumped to Torchwood return because of one of the episodes this year called Jack of All Trades. But believe me, Torchwood is out of the picture for now. Says Silver Spike, and Silver Spike would know. Yeah. I wonder, is that, I don't know if you can answer. Is that a rights thing, or is somebody mad at each other? Because I think that would get a lot of people back. It would. It really would. Ah, Santo Dominguez, a Canadian $20. Wow. Hey, Nerdrotic, just wanted to say keep up the good work. Really like your channel. Looking forward to hearing from you and the tribunal in the near future. Santo Dominguez. Santo Dominus. Santo Dominus. My apologize. Wow. Thank you for the generous super chat. And yes, you will be hearing a lot from the tribunal. The latest word was 2 weeks, possibly. We got to get some scheduling going. I'm going to be the biggest pain in the ass about the scheduling. I can say that right now. I don't want to be, but I will make this commitment to my tribunal members right now. If we can't do it on one of my days off, then I will change my schedule to make sure that whatever day we need the tribunal to be, it will be that day. And in about 3 months, I'll have all kinds of you'll see full commitment to the channel. It'll be nice. You'll see daily content. I'll be able to answer everybody's messages. I cannot wait. Yeah. So I can't say that I'm going to do YouTube full time because I just wouldn't trust YouTube. I trust you guys, but I like how they're going to pay out and stuff because I do require money to live. But the whole battle plan is to have comic shop YouTube channel, but the comic shop's going to be very late. If I went to do a comic shop the way I did before, I wouldn't have time for YouTube. So it's going to be a very laid back, mostly online pop-up shop kind of thing. And yeah, just so it's an alternate income. So we can do a lot of YouTube. I think it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Hi, Tara. How you doing? She's all, hi, nerds and friends. It's good to see Tara here. 2000 AD was nice and gritty. When I was at school, my friend's dad worked at their printers, so we got it for free. That's brilliant. Conan Grit. Yeah, 2000 AD. I got to meet Simon Bisley at their booth at Comic-Con this year. Cool dude. Really cool dude. There will come a day when the Nerdrotic channel will be more organized. But today is not this day. Oregon, Huggy Chucky Funky Monkey organized. Well, we're decently organized. I mean, we schedule. But yes, I don't know if I can commit to full organization, the Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. I don't know. I will continue to schedule our podcasts, try to meet that schedule as good as as well as possible. It keeps me in a time frame anyway. But you'll get more content. But but today is not that day. Brilliant. Nice Lord of the Rings reference. Funny as hell. Marcus Kahn, did I miss the super chat? Thank you for pointing that out. Let me get to my super chat box. There it is. Dude, I think I missed a couple. Marcus Kahn, I apologize. Accept my humble apologies. I am an asshole. Marcus Kahn, $2. Unicorn farts and rainbows. Love it. That's going to be the name of our new channel, Unicorn Farts or Unicorns and Rainbow Farts. That's it. Laura, Ryan stole my fan fiction store. Oh my God. Laura, I am sorry. Laura Rianne stole my fan fiction story. $2. Thanks for the recommendation. Love sci-fi. So yeah. I am so sorry. I missed 2 super chats. I suck. Here comes Mary Ashmead. $5. I had a lot of fun last night. You 4 together were so funny. Just kind of sucks. There's no time for the chat, but I totally understand. Good times. Yeah, that's something we discussed. And I mean, there's not a lot we can do about it right now because I mean, Doomcock's fucking popular. I mean, and so is Mecca and so is Tom. So we're working on that. I think my open thoughts that I could throw out that we have talked about here in the channel, when if it grows to the point where I cannot read all the super chat, is I will like get my son to work the chat. So he basically points stuff out. Um, and if we eliminate like crosstalk, we can get to as much as possible. It's going to be impossible to get to everything though, and that sucks. But my commitment here is that's why you can go to our individual channels and you can like random is great with interacting, and so are Tom and Rob over there. So you know, come in for the entertainment and definitely chat away. I think all of us are on the same page with like, yeah, super chats are brilliant. We're going to read every single one, but we're still going to read chat. Like that's something I'm not going to stop doing. So if my Nooners run 8 hours, okay, I got to read the chat. Uh, yeah, that's not an easy fix at all, and that's not something we're happy about. We don't. I don't know how other YouTubers, I can't talk, how other YouTubers feel about that, but I know all four of us feel very strongly about interacting with you guys. Like it's a problem. It was the first thing that was brought up. So we'll figure it out though. We're gonna figure out something that hopefully makes everybody happy. As long as there's some understanding, like we're really gonna try, but we can't. We want to, but we can't. But I think bringing in a helper might help. One that doesn't cost money, which is my kid, basically, or somebody, yeah, yeah, we'll figure it out. There's, believe me, there's smarter minds than myself on this, but it's a good point, Mary Ashmead. Yeah, but I really wanted to like really tell you guys it's important to us. It really is. Um, Sean Full Dark, bye, bye, Sean Full Dark. Have a good day. Tara says Twitch messes with my computer. Yeah, Twitch. Maybe I'm too old for Twitch. The tribunal is different than a regular stream. It isn't about chat. We'll understand, says Pim Farm Girl. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be formatted. And like, I will make sure there is plenty of time for you guys to chat with me and random. And like, I got to get random on the channel more. I mean, she's busy as hell too, but yeah, we need to get her on. She's good. Well, for most of us Europeans, most of your broadcasts are in the middle of our night, sadly. Yeah, Silver Spike. That's why I try to do like stuff on Sunday and during the day. But Silver Spike, that's the good news. In 3 months, there will be a lot more stuff during the day and in the morning. And since I'm like an involuntary morning person, meaning my wife is a morning person, so I have to be, I want to start doing stuff like early for me anyway. It's like 7, 8 a.m. You're right, Mako. That's one of the things. You can put the chat in slow mode, which is something else we're going to do, but you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. What's up, Lloyd? Just me babbling. That's all you missed. Talked about fandom, Guardians of the Galaxy, some Doctor Who, the Expanse. So Tom Jane is confirmed returning to the Expanse in season 4, which is such excellent news. And it kind of made me worried. I was like, wow, was there a chance that couldn't happen? Because that would suck. Torchwood season 1, Fairies, Unstoppable. They kidnapped your child. Nothing we could do. Never revisited the Who in the Whoverse. Yeah. Nice website you have there. 8-hour Nooners. Patreon get little blue pills. Yes. Well, if it's more than 4 hours, you're supposed to call a doctor, right? Yeah, Wrench Life. It's all about the Wrench Life. A good chat helps build your audience and grow audience loyalty. Silver Spike, it is absolutely necessary. It is the most important thing about the new phase of YouTube. And they even acknowledged that at VideoCon or at VidCon, Silver Spike. They really want to go away from the 10-minute edited videos, and they want people sitting on live streams for hours. That's what they want. Um, and that's what I want. But it's all about the interaction. Yeah, Silver Spike. Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of other live streams, and the Tribunal are my favorite because they interact. They interact. Like Doomcock, and Random and Tom, but they all interact. It's very important. Uh, the ones that don't, I end up dipping out like in a half hour or something like that. But I mean, my hat's off to the guys and gals with 80,000 and above subs. I don't know how you do it. That is insane. True, true, true. Silver Spike. Yes. Going up through here. Oh, have there been? You know what? I haven't even looked at the number. Steve Ernst said, you're steadily at 100 people here. Holiday helps. It certainly does. And being during the day. Hopefully I'm still interesting enough. But yeah, and I gotta have to actually wrap up here in a little bit. Wow, 190. Oh my God. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Well, let's keep talking there. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, a lot of that is a holiday, and a lot of that is thanks to Doomcott, Mecca, Tom, Susan, who's out there shouting us out all the time. Hats off to Susan, Dennis, of course. Viking Bitch, Mary Ashmead, Silver Spike, all you guys who are shouting us out, Belinda. Yeah, sorry if I miss anybody, but like we really appreciate that you guys like share our stuff on Twitter. I mean, yeah, it's impossible for me to get it to all, but I see it. I definitely see it. My phone lets me know. And it's really cool. It's it just absolutely like so yeah. So I'm not usually down that much. I'm not a down person. I'm pretty happy. But if I'm ever down, all I got to do is, either think of my wife, my kids, or sometimes I look down on my phone and I just see a little thumbs up on one of our videos. I'm like, that's cool. And occasionally you get the, I want to punch you, but that's okay. I would kind of worry if I didn't get that stuff, to be honest with you. But very well said, Silver Spike. Words that every YouTuber should listen to. I'll repeat them. A good chat helps build your audience and grow audience loyalty. On the surface, you would think that sounds obvious, but it doesn't. That doesn't. It is so well said. And yeah, that is something that should be, maybe printed out on my monitor right there. Movie Finobi, thank you so much for sharing our schedule. Yes, we do have a schedule. Nerdrotic channel. Sorry to repeat. Quick question. No worries. Sorry if I missed it. Will Elizabeth Mitchell, who plays Anna V, return for season 4? Supposed speculation. She's been one of my favorite actresses for years. I don't think so. Wesley, I'm sorry to say, unless they make her part of the crew of the Rocinante, but unless somebody's heard differently, she does return later on down the line in like a bit part, but mostly the Expanse. The way they write the books are you have it's perspective. The chapters are told through the perspective of one person. It's a lot like Game of Thrones, how Game of Thrones is written. So usually you're like in Holden's head and you follow the crew of the Rocinante through Holden. And then there's like, Prax or Anna or Miller. Those are other characters. And now they've added like, the first book just had Miller and Holden. They've added other characters now. So now they're going to be bringing in some, there's a couple new characters they're going to bring in that's going to take, so I don't think Anna will be back this season. I could be wrong though. They could be changing the format. The one good news maybe, Wesley, is they really need to change up the fourth book for it to work on television because it will not work the way it's written. Yeah, there's just no way. Yeah, because people would dip out. There's a lot of characterization and it's a slow build, but once it gets going, the book gets going, but it takes a while. Fan fiction and Deus Ex Machina becoming the norm. Google Lawrence Miles reviews. Yeah, I enjoy Star Trek. I do, but the socialist leanings have always bothered me, says Ken Jack Ben. That's always kind of been there with the Federation. Um, you just got to look at it as one possible future. But yeah, if you don't like it, yeah. Um, it wasn't as that's something I didn't notice at all as a kid. But then I grew up and yeah, you notice it there. Um, it's the utopia. Um, even though like if but we what we never see, Ken Jack Ben, is or a lot. We've seen a little bit is stuff outside the Federation, outside of Starship, and I think that would be interesting. Star Trek Discovery tried to do that with Mud, um, but they didn't flesh him out good. Uh, well, I don't, and Renee, I don't. This is just my personal preference. I don't automatically see somebody who is left as socialist. I don't. Um, I see socialist as kind of its own thing. Uh, check out our schedule, by the way. Um, but yeah, it's not something we really get into here. Again, not I am not a political science major. I am a nerd from the streets. That's why the debate with Trexpert would be interesting because we have this really smart academic person going against the person who was kicked out of 3 high schools. 3. Yep. Now I did finish high school, but I didn't finish it till like 1996 during that bad marriage. And I recompleted. I had to take it all over again. But it was really important for me to get a high school diploma and not a GED. Not dissing anybody who's gotten a GED. But once I got my life together, I decided to retake high school and it sucked, but I got through it. So no college boy here. Okay. But you should definitely go to college, the university. Yeah, we are Sci-Fi Horizons, so we are off it. Bah. Political alert. Yeah. Yeah, that's something we don't do here. Sorry to say. I enjoy the hell out of Star Trek. I am currently starting yesterday. I had to recommit myself because we're doing Venture Brother recaps. And honestly, I hadn't seen the Venture Brothers in a couple years. So I forgot a ton of shit. And what's wonderful about you fans out there is you will point it out. And that keeps us honest. And that's good. We want you to keep doing that. So I had to recommit. It's like, dude, if I'm going to be like recapping these TV shows, I got to fucking recommit. So I want to be ready for Star Trek because I was not ready for it when the Star Trek Discovery recap came in and we started talking Section 31 and all this stuff. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't even watch Enterprise. Right. So they were referencing Enterprise stuff. So last night I started watching the original series again, and yeah, I have to watch so much crap. I mean, not crap. It's great. I love it. So I'm alternating between Adventure Brothers and an original series, and then I'm watching Jack Ryan. So I have like 3-hour blocks where I'm watching 3 different TV shows, and I got my little notepad out. Wait. Oh, and if there's time, I will do an office tour. I just got to. This area is kind of messy, so I can't do it right away. But yes, so these are our little notepads. I've gone through like 30 of these so far this year, and that's what I live by. A buy movie Finobi. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun, and then that way I'll be ready for where's buy movie Finobi. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to be ready because you guys are good, you're sharp, and then of course there's Google to deal with and stuff. But Like I'm not a Trekkie or a Trekker. I am a Star Trek fan. I am a science fiction fan, but I haven't like read all the books. I read William Shatner, The Return, and the only reason I read that is because I thought it would get the bad taste of Generations out of my mouth, which it kind of did. Cleanse my palate on that one, and I actually enjoyed it. I does William Shatner really write those books? That's always I wanted to know. I mean, it's that was a good book, by the way. I loved it. Um, yeah, Star Trek's just a show. Yeah, it's the part of the thing with Star Trek is you're only shown so much, so it's not a Game of Thrones where we don't see where the ships are paid for and how anybody pays for anything. It's talked about, but it's not shown. I don't think it's really necessary. Um, John, I'm going to try to get your last name right. I'm sorry, John Trinchero, John Trinchero the third. Bet you've never heard that before. When are you going to finish the Expanse books? Our next one will be Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. We will be talking about Nemesis games. Such a good book. Oh, get it. You can get it. Like if you can't read it, listen to it when you're driving to work or you're on the train or you're walking or you're riding your bike or whatever you're doing. Man, throw in just one headphone though, not both. Be safe. And listen to it on Audible. And if you sign up for Audible, I think you get a bunch of crap for free. I think if it's like $14 and you get like 5 credits, which is like 5 books. I mean, that's hours of entertainment. And that's like while you're cleaning the house or picking up dog poop or going to the DMV or whatever. Go team venture. Damn right. Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey. I never even finished school. British equivalent anyway. I still got good jobs. Me too. Yes. I have managed to do. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I've limited myself in some aspects, but that wasn't all school. But yes, I've managed to do okay. Managed to do okay. Um, which you really like. Yeah, you learn a lot of lessons through addiction. Survival is one of them. If you survive. Wellington Smithopoulos asks, how are they bringing back Tom Jane? Didn't he die? He did. The character is still dead, but there's some proto molecule shenanigans. Definitely check it out. And that's what I love about the Expanse is it's like really grounded science fiction, and then it brings in this what looks like a supernatural element, but it's just like a godlike advanced technology. It's the story of first contact during the think of first contact during colonial era America um and the Teamsters in space. Uh and goodbye movie Finobi. Classic Trek is still the best to me, but I'm kind of liking DS9 right now. Um all right, so I have to admit something here on the air. Like Mech is going to kill me. It's not because I didn't like it. I just didn't get around to watching finishing Babylon 5. Yeah, Babylon 5. So that's next year. I can't fit it in my schedule this year, but next year because I got Farscape I'm doing right now. So Babylon 5, because all I hear is Babylon 5 is better DS9. I don't know. I'll probably end up liking both of them. So sorry, starting to lose my voice. John, you are welcome. I hope to see you there. Yeah, I try to do those during the day so our European, I don't know if you're in Europe, but like for everybody can see us. I'm glad there's interest. I love it. My strong preference is to talk about good stuff. But sometimes we need to talk about the bad stuff. It's a necessity. All right, I got some chat to get up back up on, and let me just double check and make sure I have not missed any super chats. Okay, we're good. What's up, Shifty? What's up, Just Saying? What's up? Okay. You read the Destiny trilogy? Could that be adapted for a new Picard series? I haven't read it. Is it good? And is that Limac or Limac? How do you pronounce that? Hello, Annan Fox. The through line of philosophical disagreement is a place where you can have a conflict, and where you can have conflict, you can have drama. Ken Jack Ben, yes. Drama. Stephanie B. What's up? She said formal schooling ain't everything. It is not. But as a pop, I want my kids to go to school. But well, I know this, and I totally disagreed with her, by the way. I don't know if you ever y'all heard of Marissa Mayer. She used to be the CEO of Yahoo. She was on the Google board. Great lady. Great lady. Mrs. Nerdrotic does her hair. So we got to talk a lot, and she talked about you have to have a degree to even walk in. Like, they will not even consider you, or at least at the time, at Google or Yahoo or anything, without a degree of some sort. Yeah. So sorry, I heard something in the background. That's important. It is. So yeah, it's I chose the hard path in life. I really did. Uh Getting down to the chat here. Oh, I saw one. There we go. Mako, yes. Have I seen the Thomas Jane Stephen King 1990 The Mist? Oh, 1922. I'm sorry. I have not seen 1922. Very good and creepy. I need to see 1922. Yes, that's on my favorites, and I haven't done it yet. I'm bad. I've seen The Mist. I always forget he was in Boogie Nights too. God, he was so fucking good in Boogie Nights. I dig that movie. Boogie Nights did the absolute best job ever of representing a bunch of people coked out or cranked out in a room. Coming from that world, it gave me chills when oh my god, roller girl was in there with I'm forgetting her name. And she's all, "Will you be my mom? I want you to be my mom. Can you be my mom?" It's like, damn. It's hard to explain, but visually, the representation of like people tweaking in a room, that was perfect. Like, it was like, I felt like, wow, somebody came in and filmed like us tweaking out in a room, and they did it perfect. And even Tom Jane's character, like, I have known so many guys like Tom Jane's character in Boogie Nights. I mean, minus the porno stuff. I wasn't in the porno scene, but the drug scene, they got that stuff right. Believe me. Do you think season 3 of Legion will be the last season because of the ratings? Asked Adam West. I'm afraid it will be. I am. I hope I'm completely wrong, but I think it'll have more to do with the Disney Fox sale, and they're going to want to do their own X-Men thing, and they're going to erase everything. And the only prior source I have of that is the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon and Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon were both excellent cartoons that got good ratings that Disney canceled because they bought when Disney bought Marvel. I was just talking to my son just binge watched all of Spectacular Spider-Man. And he's like, why did they cancel it? I'm all, Disney just canceled it. Spectacular Spider-Man has the best Venom origin, better than the one in the comics. Tomcat says, I just finished Nemesis games. What did you think? Some thoughts. What'd you think? I loved it. I didn't care for the first season of Deep Space Nine, but later it got the quality of writing and related to the series a whole lot better. Yeah, Ronald D. Moore. We love him. He knows the score along with Alan Moore. Definitely is not. I'm the only one in my family without a master's or a PhD, and possibly the only one with any real heart. Generations of Solus University grads. Osaro. Yeah, the smart family though. Geez, lots of masters and PhDs. I come from like military. They're all military. Everybody's military except for me. Yeah, the school of experience is it's not what I recommend, but going out and actually living life, there's something to it. But I can't. I don't want to diss school. I don't. It's really important. I just think it needs to be a lot less theory and more practical stuff. But there's also, I hate to use this term, but there's so much gatekeeping going on in universities. That's the thing. They cost too much damn money. Hell, here in San Francisco, you can go to City College for free if you're a resident. As much as I was not for that as a taxpayer, like it's what's done is done. It's like, shit, maybe I'll take a class. If I like Stephen King, I won't be disappointed. Good, Mako. Oh, and I love Tom Jane too. So yeah, it looks cool as hell. The first half season of Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda was excellent, says Steve Ernest. I remember that, but I don't remember much of it. Formal schooling is only good if you're a doctor, engineer, something with tangible liberal arts college, and that nonsense is literally throwing away your money after. Yeah, it is. I mean, definitely take those classes, but like do the cheap version. You're fine. You're good. If you go to City College, like I've seen a lot of good artists come out of City, here at San Francisco. There's some good art classes that are cheap, but most of the comic artists I know did not go to school at all. Yeah, it's personal preference. Bye, Viking bitch. Fantastic stream today. Amazing chat. I got to get some things done. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And you know what? I think we should wrap stuff up. I'll get through a few more chats. Definitely repeat if you feel like I missed something. We're going to go like a few more minutes. I can feel Mrs. Neurotic saying, wrap it up. We're that close. I can feel when she's all right. It's time. Andromeda is on weekdays on the UK Horror Channel. Watching it for the first time. It's not bad, says Conan Grit. Cool. The Bazopolis. Hard to believe when we went from basically free university in the 40s to that cost now. Well, I guess not so hard to believe at all, right? Yep. No, it just makes me think of like when I lived in San Diego, I didn't pay for my trash. And here I pay like $175 a month for my freaking trash. It's like, what? Yeah. That's San Francisco for you. You're right. Santo Dominus. Tom Jane was good on Hung. The writing kind of went weird on it, but I enjoyed Hung. And I loved him as a Punisher. And he doesn't get enough work. He just doesn't. He's got like he oozes charisma. Okay. Andromeda needs a Battlestar Galactica style reboot. A darker, bigger budget Andromeda would be excellent. They're rebooting everything else. Now a Shadow. They probably do it. I mean, Battlestar Galactica is the reboot of all reboots. It took a great concept and made it better. I mean, I enjoyed the original show, but it was hokey. It was 70s, early 80s silliness. But a great concept, and Ronald D. Moore is a writing god because of that. You'll notice like there's basically three writers I'll say should write everything. You know, at this point, I'm like Sam Esmail can write anything. Noah Hawley and Ronald D. Moore. Thoughts on the Doctor Who classic Blink? One of my all-time favorites. That I think that's a great Who starter episode, even though the Doctor's not in it as much. It really serves as a great starter, and even people who aren't into Who like that episode. I used to play Carrie. I used to play Doctor Who nonstop in my comic store, like every day, all day for like 2 years straight. I made so many new Doctor Who fans. People would like go in to buy comics, and I'd look around, and I'm working. And I look at and like it's 2 hours later. They're sitting in our couches watching Doctor Who. They had run down to 7-Eleven, got like some snacks. We had these little couches, and you could just watch TV all day. I didn't care. I like company. Yep. Okay. I love Nemesis games, says Tomcat. That is great. Andromeda has the man, the legend, the myth, Kevin Sorbo. I love BSG. Wasn't Hookie at a 5-year-old in 1978? Wellington? No, it wasn't. And the ships are excellent. I still have my Viper and my Cylon. Those were good ships. And remember, they had the little pegs that, choking hazards and all that stuff. Yeah, the original Viper. I'll put it right up there with the X-Wing. I love the Viper. Yeah. Oh my God, it's $15. Yeah, it's $175 a month. There's some sewer fee they attach to it, Mary. Yeah. Blink was one of Moffat's best episodes, and Moffat was great when he was writing under Russell T Davies. He was phenomenal, and his early Sherlock stuff was phenomenal. But you can pick the year where his writing goes south. It's 2011. 2011, his writing went south. This is after he quit Twitter and got heavily criticized for being sexist, which he's not. That was so silly. That was dumb. I mean, like, there are sexist people out there. Stephen Moffat was not one of them. And then he tried to overcorrect, and it ruined his writing. Before Buffy, there was Xena. I liked them both. I really did. And that's another thing about that toxic fan video that makes me want to bring up is he said his dissertation or his thesis was fandom used to be small and it's big now. Bullshit. Fandom has always been big. We just couldn't talk to each other as much. But what he doesn't bring up is comic shops and retail stores. That's where we all used to talk, at the record store, at the bookstore, at Borders. And his whole parameter on that video only goes back to like, he was calling Lord of the Rings old. Now, I guess that's old. 16 years is old. But, fandom goes back to the 60s, okay? To the early 60s. That's when fandom started with Star Trek and Twilight Zone. It's before my time. So we used to have conventions, and the conventions were smaller, and you can't compare it to San Diego, which is this own thing. There's always been a big fandom. If there wasn't, superheroes wouldn't be billion-dollar things right now. They wouldn't have lasted that long. All right. We're the ones who cultivated it, helped it grow, and brought it here. And it's cool that people are making money off it. That's great. But to call fandom small and also in his argument, the main thing is he was accusing toxic fans of thinking they're the real fans and you're not. That's not what this is about. It's way too complicated to put in an. So again, the invite is out there. I don't know if Mecca can hear that. Shout out to you, Mecca. I will reach out to this guy and offer to debate him. And I'm like, listen, you'll wipe me out, dude. I am a dumbass. Come on to my channel and debate me. And we'll have a nice civil debate. Crap. I'll join his Patreon for a month and throw him some cash for him to come on. You don't have to tell anybody from you. I'm not trying to get subs from you or anything like that. I would just love to talk about this. I'd like Dark Angel as well. Lemac, I did like that show. I know it was bad, but I liked it. The Beatles started it all. That's a good point. As far as music, as far as fandom, well, I would say Elvis. Then Elvis had a fandom before the Beatles. But pop culture fandom, yeah, you definitely have to equate it to music first. I was talking about like sci-fi and comic books and stuff. It was, Star Trek, Lost in Space, Outer Limits, Twilight Zone. That's early nerd stuff. Yeah. I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, and I could be completely wrong, but the first like property I remember having conventions that stuck in my head was Star Trek. Now there could have been freaking Night Gallery convention. I have no idea. I was very young back then, so I don't know. Mr. Sci-Fi would be like Mr. Sci-Fi is an old school nerd. Like that guy is a true blue old skirt. That's another guy I'd love to get on and pick his brain. Mark Zickery. He wrote one of the greatest books I've ever read, which is Twilight Zone Companion. Yeah. So the best part is that it doesn't matter how educated you are. Bullshit is always visible. Just saying. Well said. Well said. Just saying. I would love to see that conversation. Says just saying. I would love to have it. If anything, maybe I'll learn something. Maybe he'll wipe the floor with me, or maybe he'll learn something. It's like, listen, he did his homework. Okay. It's a well-edited video. It looks great. He left a lot of big things out. So to come up and like claim you're an expert on something and call the Rise of Toxic Fandom, do a little better than that. Okay. Oh my God, Slurmy Scott. Thank you. Yellow Submarine is 50 years old this year. So it came out in 68. I guess it did, huh? Yeah, the Beatles were still together when I was born. Adam West says, I love Lost in Space, the 60s series. I did too. Comics before anything. Just saying, comics before anything. There's one thing comics don't come before. Bet you could guess that. But yeah, no, the comics are my life. So I've dipped out on relationships over comics. So Santo Dominus says San Diego Comic-Con has become a marketing and sales tool. The small hotel ballroom conventions are the shiznit. Yes, they are. Those are the ones I had the most fun at. I had Comic-Con. I had fun because I was with Dennis and we were doing channel stuff, but I would much rather, I'm really looking forward to Alamo City Comic-Con down in Austin. All right, a few more chats and I got to go. I'm about to lose my voice. Gary, old school fandom was how much Monty Python you can recite from memory, says Grady Broyles. Well said. Yep. God, it used to be everything. And then, age. But well, you can see right there. There's my complete flying circus. And then Mecha showed the box set that was really hard to find. I've got that too. It is the Instant Monty Python CD collection. I will be doing an office tour later just to bore you all. So that'll be later this afternoon. Once I get my voice back and I have to finish these chores, or Mrs. Nerdrotic will be Miss Nerdrotic. She will be walking out. I'll be all alone and sad. So I found the original BSG. Do you watch the 2-hour movie first or season 1? Both say 1978. Shifty, watch the movie first. It's a lot like the new series. There was a movie that came out, and the movie sets everything up. Man of Action, you have a great day too. And I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Work all night and sleep all day. Getting ready for Better Call Saul later tonight. Hell yeah, Artemis over easy. Spam, 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 lovely spam, a wonderful spam. My favorites, okay, are the philosophers playing soccer when they have to think about kicking the ball for that. That fucking just makes me laugh. And then off the instant CD collection is the play-by-play radio, sports radio of a guy writing a book. It's fucking funny shit. Oh my god. And Australia. My name's Michael. Can we call you Bruce to avoid confusion? How is American beer a little bit like making love in a canoe? It's fucking close to water. Ha ha ha. You know, yeah. Good stuff. Tom Hardy. Fuck yeah. We'll just say like third door from the left just says Tom Hardy. Fuck yeah. By the way, hail Doomcock. Hail Doomcock. Hail the Tribunal. Hail Mecha Random 42. Please subscribe to Mecha Random 42. If you like our streams here, her streams are I believe just as good, if you want to call what we do good. She does very good stuff over there. Tom and Rob over at Midnight's Edge After Dark, they are wonderful people. They had me on a week from last Sunday. I had so much fun and I think it was a really good show. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to stretch this out as I find my Patreon video here. We got some new Patreon, so I got to update. I got to patrons. I got to update my video. I got to update the video. And here we go. Self-produced show. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. The glasses will be in motion now. Okay, and of course, our Lord and Savior, Dictor Van Doomcock. If you've not, you've probably all subscribed to Dictor Van Doomcock. Yeah, check out his channel. His stuff is theatrical, elegant, funny, and poignant. Midnight's Edge After Dark they're the information guys. They get their sources right. Their stories are spot on. Their information is absolutely spot on. That is where I used to go, and I still go for information. They were the first out of the group that I'd found. I found Lord Doomcock through Midnight's Edge when they shouted him out, and Mecca I found through Doomcock. So there you go. And I am so glad that we all found each other. It's if you do get a chance, you got 4 hours to kill, or just jump in for part of it. Doomcock's Outrage live stream from yesterday. So that was the first Tribunal episode that actually stayed on the air. Check it out. It was a lot of fun. I laughed my ass off for most of it. So it was good stuff. Here at the end of the video here, this is the stuff you get from Patreon. Okay. So you got a $5 level, you got a $15 level. You also got a $1 level. So you don't get a ton of content, but you get stuff. I would like to thank, oh boy, I got to find that now. Hang on. I got to thank all our super chatters. We had a lot of super chatters today, which was great. Super chatters are Movie Funobi for $4.99. The hunky chunky funky monkey for £2. Dakota Stanton for $5. Movie Funobi for $1.99. Laura, Rianne stole my fan fiction story, $2. Good to see you in here, Laura. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for showing up. I've seen you at the High Council and other places, so it's awesome to see you there. Tomcat, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Marcus Khan, $2 super chat. Very generous. Thank you. Viking Bitch, $2. Thank you. Santo Dominus for 20 Canadian dollars. Is that Canadian? 20. We're going to say $20. Doesn't matter what country it is. Thank you so much. It's super generous. Mary Ashmead, $5 super chat. Thank you, Mary. And thank you for showing up to every single one of our live streams. That's brilliant. Tomcat, another $5. I finally found out the Patreon info I needed, and now I am one of your patrons. Whoa! Thank you very much. I'm very excited about that. I get enthusiasm. Sorry, did I just yell? Did I blow somebody's speaker out? My bad. I should probably fucking warn you of that before I do that. Apologies. Over 100 people watching all day. You guys are freaking great, man. Super chatters, we all love you. We all love you. Tara, Slurmy Scott, Conan Grit, or Conan Grit, is that how you say it? Just saying, Tomcat, Adam West, Osaro, Mary Ashmead, Limac Ajax, or Limac Ajax, I'm sorry. Carrie Dalton, Steve Ernest, Stephanie B, the wonderful Silver Spike. That's always good to see Silver Spike. Wellington Smithopolis, Apple Crow, Steve Ernst, and Mako, Penn Farm Girl, third door from the left. Rich Silverwood. I think bad writers second guess fans when they've seen fan theories online. They go, well, damn, I can't do that now. Now they'll say I've stolen it. Better write some bullshit instead. Rich, that was a good one. Yeah, sorry, I read that like an idiot. But Artemis over easy. Man of Action. Blue Cat 42. John Lennon was gone before I was born. That sucks. John, oh man, that makes me emotional just even saying that. My God, I love that guy. Lloyd. Rubicon Alpha, good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see how much it's gonna. Ken Jack Ben. Grady Broyles. Jesus. Man. Mustang Debbie. And if I missed anybody else, Shifty. If I missed anybody else, I do apologize. Everybody, I'm sure somebody else will be streaming right after this, so go check them out. Our next show will be Better Call Saul tonight at 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. And also look for a very, I don't know if it's going to be before or after Better Call Saul, but we're going to do a little office tour because I promised that. So what the hell? Let's do it. Hope everybody's having a great Labor Day, and may the small folks sing songs of your greatness.